Sagittarius, hey there cuties, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Sagittarius. Any placement is welcome. Any cross watchers are welcome. I am going to speak to you like you're a Sagittarius sun, however. This is a love reading. It's going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy. Anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. It's likely that some of the story will resonate for you and some of it will not. Just take what does and leave the rest. Please don't ever get offended by anything I say. Nothing, at least, do whatever you want to do, but nothing that I ever say will ever be intended to degrade you or demean you or anything like that. I am human and things will come out that are, whatever. I love you so much, Sagittarius. Let's get at your love life. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section of my channel. Anything you need to know about booking a personal reading, you can find on my website, which is in the About section as well. All right, let's get after it. We got the Page of Wands in your energy. I love the Page of Wands. We do have the Judgment card in your person's energy. And then the Five of Wands in the outcome. We do have that. So we might be in delays right now with the Hanged Man as your overarching energy. However, though we're in delays, it does signify a strong, true, deep, loving connection. True, deep, spiritual connection, I should say, with the a major arcana in the overarching energy of the connection. We do have the Three of Cups, the Strength card. I feel like this has been something that maybe has been ongoing or you've been patiently waiting for to come into fruition. I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles on your side, that is coming for you. I do feel like after a period of stagnance, there is going to be some fortune or some movement, I guess is what I'm getting off of all of that. They could be at a distance from you and they could be coming towards you, or vice versa. You could be moving towards them. I do feel a very at a distance. I feel like distance might have been in the way and what's been causing the delays energy. So they are coming towards you or you're going towards them. One of you or all are going to decide to make that decision is what I'm getting right now, which will eliminate this sort of feeling. I do feel like it needed this period of introspection where you make sure that this is the move, right? Although I am Cancerian and I believe that just go for it. Follow your heart immediately and instantly. If you move out there and things don't work out, you can come on back, you know what I mean? But if you never try, you'll always wonder. And so that's what I'm getting right now. But I do feel like you're trying to gain a new perspective in general. The two of you are on love in general. Maybe that is something that you have, no, that's not a practical thing to do. I have all of this here. And, but I do feel like you're gaining a new perspective where you're like, you know what? Where's practicality going to get me on this one? Like, I do want love, and I've not felt this with anybody else, so distance isn't going to stop me. This is definitely feeling very strongly for somebody in particular, and we'll get more. That's not necessarily going to be for everybody. That does feel like for somebody in particular, that we're not going to let distance stop us any longer. However, we have it. I feel like for quite some time, there has been distance in the way. But I feel like you are actually the one moving with this card, ready for this adventure, going to take this adventure rather, again, against your own best judgment, right? Your own practical, you're like, again, what is practicality going to get me? It's not going to get me true deep love. This is the only time I've ever felt this way. And so going to explore it is what I'm getting right now with the Page of Wands. You're going to explore. You may come back wherever you're from. You may come back to where you are from and start over if it does not go well. But again, you'll always wonder if you don't go for it. This person it could be somebody from your past that that has moved away and you're moving toward. We're going to get more. We have the Five of Wands in the outcome. I don't feel like you guys are necessarily on board yet with each other as far as the moving is concerned, or in general, there's just something we're kind of, internal battle is actually what I'm getting off of that. We're having this internal battle of if this is practical or not. It doesn't have to be practical. Love isn't practical. When we make something that was meant to be done with our heart, when we do it with our mind, it's not going to be done correctly. So love was not meant to be manned or handled with our mind. That is, for other things. Our mind is meant for other things. Our logic is meant for other things. But love is not logical, and that is, I know people tell me that I should use my head over my heart, and I'm like, not as far as love is concerned, not ever. That doesn't mean I allow abusive relationships, because my heart does not like abusive relationships, okay? But it might not look practical on paper, but if it feels good, if it feels right, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of love is like, well, most people go a lifetime without ever feeling that rightness, that love, that true deep connection with someone. And here you are, I'm sorry, I'm not dogging on you, but feeling it and not sure if you should go for it. It's like, no, people don't get to feel this very often. So this isn't something that every person will get to feel. And so please don't let your mind stop you. I love you so much. Okay, let's get at it. Woo-wee. That message wanted to come through fiercely. All right, we've got, that's an interesting thing. Okay, so the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So sweet. This is your other half. This is somebody that you have that true deep connection with. Again, we get to feel this maybe once in a lifetime, this true deep connection, and not all of us even get to feel it, because it does take an amount of shedding the egotistical layer in order to feel this kind of a connection. We may have this kind of connection, but in order to feel it, we do have to shed some of like the world's expectations of ourselves, or the egotistical layer, that head over heart thing, that we really have to put the head down. Like, put the head down. Duck. I don't know. Duck. Maybe something just fell. That's an interesting message. So anyways, let's see what we got for your person's energy. I do feel like you're feeling this love. I feel like you're feeling quite in love. I almost feel like you're uncomfortable with the amount of in-loveness you're feeling. It's almost like you're doubting it because you've never felt it before, is what I'm getting right now. And I'm just here to say that the reason why you've never felt it before is because you've never, ever been in true deep love before. This is it, whoever this is, okay? It's really sweet. It's really sweet. This person has gone through some things. I feel like they're guarded up. I don't know if it's with you or in general in their life. They're feeling the need to defend themselves as they go through this sort of awakening process, which is a big process. This Judgment card, I kind of skimmed right over it, like it isn't like the biggest awakening that a human being will ever endure in this lifetime. And you guys do have the Hanged Man in your overarching energy as well. These are both about an awakening. The Judgment card is really letting the old way of their living, their life, their old them die, their old thought processes, their old their own expectations of themselves, their expectations of others. They're letting it all die and coming into this space of really being reborn into the real them, the them that goes after things they're feeling called to, the things that really feed their soul, that not just the things that they were told. You have to have a house, you have to have a car, you have to have 2 kids and a white picket fence by this time of your life. They're going through a process of realizing that all of that was just what they said that they needed to have, what people said they needed to have, but none of it really fulfilled them. I'm not saying they do have a family. They may. For some of them, they may have a family. That of course we're not going to leave our children behind or anything like that. But if there's a lack of love in their relationship, or there has been, I don't feel like they're necessarily leaving anybody right this moment. I feel like if they have left somebody, it was a while ago. Whatever battles they're going through, the phase is ending. Okay, this is like the Minor Arcana version of the World card. It means coming to the end of a phase or successfully completing a cycle, but a smaller cycle. And with the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands, I do feel like whatever they've had to battle, they're coming out victorious and in front of those who doubted them, is what I like to say. The public eye, if they're in the public eye, they're coming out victorious in front of the naysayers, the haters, the bullies, whatever they had. But even if they're not in the public eye, it's like the people that doubted them, the people that tried to almost hold them down or weigh them down, are going to watch them thrive in their own, because they followed their own inspirations, their own callings against all odds. The Seven of Wands is, I feel like they're feeling a little guarded up from this battle that they've had to endure. The King of Wands is them feeling very inspired and called to things. I feel like many different things. And again, I feel like they have a bunch of people kind of shouting what they think they should do. Well, they got their guard up a little bit because they're trying to listen to their own callings, their own inspirations. Again, we've been taught to listen to everyone around us. We even go to other people for huge life decisions. What do you think I should do here? I really just want to get somebody else's opinion on this. The truth is, we are the only ones that are downloaded the true, correct opinion for our own lives. but we've been taught to doubt them so much that we end up going other ways, other directions. We trust other people with our big decisions in our lives than we do ourselves, more than we do ourselves. And I feel like your person is coming to a space where they're finally listening to themselves, and that's what's got them coming out victorious, of course, into this connection. And I do feel like we're not quite there yet. I feel like they're a little guarded up right now. So and we're in the delays. The whole overarching energy is us in delays. And I do believe, again, this could be somebody from a distance and somebody from your past. But in any case, the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, and the outcome here is about two people that are still needing to heal up some flinchy. I think your energy looks very healed. I feel like you're doing work. I feel like you're focused on yourself at this time, and I don't even think you're focused on love. But I do think you have somebody in mind. I think that's what's been going on, is that you've been focused on yourself, which is good, by the way. That's not head over heart. That is the first and foremost thing we need to focus on, is ourselves. Healing ourselves, working on ourselves, really finding out what does truly shine our light. And I feel like you're coming to a space where you realize this person does. I feel like they're going through some things that they have to kind of heal up from before we come into connection. Or we do have this Five of Swords, Five of Wands, flinchy, a little defensive energy. Hurt people is what I'm getting right now, and I feel like they need to heal up from whatever they've had to battle. They've had some battle to endure. The battle might just be, again, they may have been in a marriage previously, had to, or a long-term relationship, whatever it is, that they felt kind of validated them is what I'm getting right now, and they're having to let go of the idea that it validated them. I don't think they're just breaking up with them today. I feel like they've already broken up with them, but I feel like they're still holding on to this idea that they're no longer validated because of that. They need to realize that they're the only one that can validate themselves, and that's what they're doing. Once they have come through that, sort of healing that up, this Five and this Five will dissipate, is what I'm getting, which is a weird word. I don't even know what that means. But it will disappear, is what I'm trying to say. Trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice, and have faith in your intuition. Amen. So it is saying that you are correct about this. This is the one, but there is some things that are being healed up and tied up, loose ends being tied up. Ultimately, it ends in this, the Queen of Pentacles. I love her so much. It is about stability. It's about long or everlasting love, right? But it is about you guys coming to a space because you have eliminated all of the things that were not best for you, the sort of toxic connections, red flaggy, whatever it is that you've had to battle against, not necessarily in battle, but almost like kind of push off of you to get on your own path. The Queen of Pentacles is on your own path. It's about having resources that are endless because you have listened to your own inner voice, your own callings. That has brought you toward each other. I think, again, I feel like you're going to be traveling towards them for some of you. But when you're on your own path, your resources are endless. And that is who the Queen of Pentacles is. She's abundant in her own right because she literally, it's like a singer that writes songs. Because this is what they're feeling called to do and inspired to do, and what they're getting downloaded information on is songwriting. They literally will never run out of lyrics, okay? They'll have endless resources downloaded through them in that particular area in songwriting. So whatever it is that you guys feel called to, you will have endless resources, endless information coming through on that particular subject, whatever it is you guys feel called to. I love you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.